Hits like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
Hey there, guys and gals, friends and foes, all you serial boxers. This is Johnny, the prophet of pop culture, and I am here at the Huntsville Comic-Con with one of the greatest comic book artists of all times.
Where is he?
When you think of the greats, you think of guys like Neil Adams and Carmine Infantino and Jack Kirby, and on that list has to be this gentleman, Mike Grell. Mike, say hello to our viewers.
Hi guys.
Mike.
Why aren't you all down here with us?
Some of them are.
I know.
But not all of them. So, Mike, it is a total pleasure to have you on Back of the Cereal Box. I've been a fan of your artwork ever since I was a kid, which I know you hate hearing.
No. No, because you still have hair.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I've been scalped, but I do mine on purpose. Do you do yours on purpose? Say yes.
Sure. Yeah, no, actually, this is a brand new look for me. Last week we were in Biloxi, Mississippi for Mardi Gras, and I got it shaved right then because the fringe wasn't fooling anybody.
Yeah.
The comb over, not fooling anybody but me.
Listen, the first time I shaved my head, it was because I always wear a hat, and it always gets matted or crazy, and I shaved it.
I always wore a hat because the bald spot.
Yeah, well, no, I had a full head of hair, but every time I would take off the hat, I looked like Doc Brown, right? Crazy guy. So one night I just got a wild hair, I shaved it off, and all of the people around me, all of the girls around me were like, oh, that's sexy. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue with the girls, and kept it that way. But
that's
you
exactly
are working.
What my wife said.
So Mike is working on a sketch as we're talking, and he is drawing one of the characters he created for Legion of Superheroes, Dawn Star, and phenomenal work. For those of you who don't know Mike's work, he had an incredibly famous run on Warlord for DC Comics. He worked on Green Arrow, Green Lantern, and that was that with Denny O'Neil?
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, his creator-owned creation, Jon Sable, Freelance, which needs to be a movie.
It does. It does.
One of the best stories, one of the best characters ever created in the history of comics. And if was that published by Eclipse Comics? Is that
no? That was Eclipse published the James Bond graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
No, First Comics was the
First
publisher.
Comics.
Yeah.
First Comics. Okay.
As in First Comics, then drugs, then the babysitter winds up in the freezer.
The views and opinions held by Mike Grell do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Back of the Cereal Box, its producers or sponsors. I'm kidding. Not really. So
He told me to say that.
So Mike Grell, Freelance, so phenomenal, and we need to. You know what? I think we need to have like a fan campaign to get that produced as a movie.
I'm all for it. I am all for it.
I really thought about 5 years ago when we were hearing like rumblings about a Doc Savage movie, and Billy Zane was talking about doing a sequel to The Phantom, and a lot of attention was on pulp properties and pulp characters. I really thought that was going to be the moment. So,
well, actually, 5 years ago, I thought that was going to be the moment too. I had a longtime friend who's a big name producer right now had it, and like I said, we heard every single variation of the check is in the mail. Supposedly, an outfit that had foreign capitalization from Asia and the Middle East was really keen to do it, and it was set to be a $35 to $50 million picture. Never happened. Unfortunately, Hollywood is full of BS.
That's putting it nicely.
Yeah, I had to stop and think of a polite word.
Well, I'll tell you what, the current climate with Marvel and Disney movies, where they are really paying attention to fans and fan demand, may be changing the tide a little bit. And so if fans are invested and there's enough buzz around a character, a property will be made with them. So you guys who are Mike Grell fans, who are Jon Sable Freelance fans, get on the interwebs and create a buzz.
That's a great idea. You have my permission and blessing and gratitude.
Now, Mike, are you currently on the current run of Shadow Man from Valiant?
No, this was a special cover that I did for Pensacon.
Oh,
Shadow Man. The convention sponsored this cover, and very extremely limited numbers. There are 350 of this one with the full trade dress, 250 of this one with no logo,
and when is that going to be available?
and only 150 of these black and white, no logo.
That's awesome. When is that cover going to be available as a standalone print? Suitable for framing?
I'd have to take that up with the guys over at Pensacon.
Because that would
Right
be
at
great
the
hanging on
moment.
my wall. What's next for you, Mike?
After we finish up the Sable Omnibus, get that printed, we're going to be doing the next run on Maggie the Cat to complete that story arc. And that should be finished up by fall. Also, the very next thing on my plate is, as soon as I get home from this, I'm doing a special cover for the Overstreet comic book price guide.
All right.
For the benefit of the Hero Initiative, and it's an exclusive 500 copies. All sales go to the benefit of Hero Initiative. It features Green Arrow and Batman.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, Mike, thank you so much for sitting down with us. Check out Mike Grell's work. You'll be glad you did. You'll look better for it. We'll catch you on the flip side.